I guess I have to do this again because I'm just hearing the wrong information from people. So I'm just gonna just be my real self. My father gave me really bad advice, and the reason why I'm taking the time to think in my 20s before execution or executing or doing whatever is just simply be okay. So I'm just gonna just break it down. Before I got to eight, because I'm just breaking. Some people are like, just date this girl. Just go work in a store. Just go spend all your money, right? Just go back to Springfield, even though there was a whole bunch of shootings, right? Go pro, because we know everything. And I'm like, if you would just listen and take incentivized criticism. There are people that just went pro that are telling me not to go pro. There's people in the military, that said, do not go in the military. Why? Because of the problems you've experienced in giving people the wrong information. So the United States Marine Corps, when I went into the office, it said we had to change a whole bunch of rulings to protect people being inside of the Marine Corps. This is like they had to change the NCA to protect people outside of the NCA. 2 more years from now, my issue will not happen for the next generation. This is the conversation that changed people using diction for athleticism. The concept, did Isaiah lose 2 inches from listening to his football coaches force him to believe? Like, just think of it like this. When I was about 10 years old to like 14, I only did calisthenics. I was a great soccer player because I just used like the iron gym and push-ups. My dad said use dumbbells. I didn't listen to him. I'm like, Dad, my body isn't really big enough to do this. That was my perspective. They're like, no, you lift weights, you want to look good at a young age. And I'm like, I don't really think that my body is really capable. So I wanted to baby step in terms of just doing like reps of 10. Not reps of 50, but reps of 10. And then every time in PE when we would do it, I would look at my results and base myself off a percentile. I still do that today. What I learned in high school is that you can stunt your growth by listening to the advice of football coaches. So what does this mean? I didn't want to take ibuprofen. My dad and mom, because they're older, wanted to rely on ibuprofen and a whole bunch of medication. So I could have lost height because I was taking medication. And this is something that a lot of people, is this why he's not playing? Some of this medication, sorry guys, can stunt your growth about 4 or 5 inches, bro. You weren't supposed to be on it. You did not have ADHD. Read the side effects on that bottle, please. So I didn't agree with the ideology that you need to be on pain medication and you needed to be on supplements before the age of 25. So my problem was now that I am, or the solution to the problem is now that I'm 25, the word player enhancement is now looked at as like, for me, it's like, I don't see the downside. It's called player enhancement. So I look good, right? My issue is that I didn't have enough energy. I'm going to be relying on a natural test booster, nitric oxide, which you can find in Beats. And this is a simplified version of if I'm trying, because no one took me seriously when I came down here for school. If they wanted me to work 55 hours and have a side hustle on the side, and I'd have to work out like a district champion or to keep my, whatever it is, it's one of those things that you have to conform what it is. So I'm not eating pizza anymore. I'm not taking in 5,000 calories anymore. It's ridiculous. So now I look at, I already have a body player enhancement. Player enhancement. They're going to say, oh, if they want to strike me down with lightning in the NFL for saying player enhancement, but I'm like, you know what? I can benefit from deer antler spray. I can benefit from a test booster energy. I can ignite whatever it is. So now, so 25, right? That's you're a man. You're fully developed. Now I want to use those. So I've given I've given myself enough time to look at my body being 100% pill and all this free. Seeing how my body changes and adapting. Because you could be patient. Like I really wanted to wait to see whether or not the military made a difference for my friends. I wanted to wait to see if the NFL made a difference for some of these people. I wanted to see, honestly, truthfully, did the military, and I'm talking about, it's just something that I'll leave it with 2 more points. I want to get into software, which means I'm talented. I have the time of master to make something that helps musicians like Shmuel or something. That you take your money and you make something to help you, like software. But do you get bigger training in the military or the NFL or yourself? So that's like kind of like the issue. Like you work out yourself, use player enhancements, you're already big. So this is kind of the thing of stunning your growth. So at 25 and 26, I did a dirty bulk. Raise your hand if you were told that a dirty bulk was bad. I was told the dirty bulk is bad, and I learned that you have to try it first for you to see whether or not it's bad. If you're on steroids and you do it, I'm sure it's horrible for you. I know some people were like Boston Lloyd, giving him a commercial, did a really good bulk, but when he cut, it looked kind of weird. So I did a natural bulk and cut, dirty bulk and cut. I'm never doing it again, but I did it. It scared me because you don't know whether or not you're gonna look the same, but you look exactly the same when you do it. 25 and 26, I made the decision that the word player enhancement just means that you're enhancing your body. So I'm making the decision, it's just like with the schedule of football, like they want you to be 100% all the time, full speed. It's like, I can't, like my body shut down on me. Even as an Uber driver, it shut down on me. And you can only put a whole bunch of caffeine on your body. Like my heart was swollen. Like you can only do so much. It's kind of like just, so like I think, like I took the time to think, like Warren Buffett, just to think, like being alone. Like some people think that going down by the library and thinking, right, for a period of time, or going and being out on the beach or in the sun, like whatever it is. I just needed the time to think. And I just want you guys to see, like my dad really gave me the wrong, like, and it's not like his fault, but they told him like to piss on your hand, like he was a catcher. And I'm like, you know, like I said before, calisthenics was how I got strong at a younger age. Now I'm getting technical. I can go down to Vitamin Shop and I'll talk with them and all this stuff, but not water pills, not all this stuff. I'm talking about like you really utilizing the antler spray, like you're recovering, like things that actually help your respiratory system and your cardiovascular system, like real player enhancements that logistically make your body 100% for real. I can't do that in football, but I can look into it. So this is like, this is gonna help me in terms of how much I'm able to do. I might be able to walk 25 miles once I do it, but you're gonna see a massive difference in, you know, me just, and they're gonna say that's horrible, Isaiah. I mean, so I'm gonna like use player enhancements and you're gonna see the reaction, not steroids. Supplement. Okay, player enhancements, the reason why player enhancement has a bad rep, Tylenol is a player enhancement and a painkiller is a player enhancement. That's a player, you are enhancing your body and making it better, you know, or protein synthesis or something, whatever it is. But I'm going to player enhance for energy, which means vitamin, like biotin, there's a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm gonna go down to the vitamin shop and I'm going to player enhance my body. Just means you're enhancing your body. And if you see how I look now, that's without player enhancement. A long way of saying without like destroying the NFL. It's just like saying I was looking at football and I thought because I was playing football that those supplements were bad for you. And they're not. So I'm just gonna use them. Hopefully that makes sense. And like you can get, I can just make a whole bunch of salads, have nitric oxide, beet salad or something. They can make a drink. Probably should have a company called Nitric Oxide, you know, like an energy drink. But you'll see a massive difference in everyone's performance. But mainly people like me who just do not understand why because I literally like had to do this natural. Like, how am I supposed to work 55, 60 hours if I'm in pain? Like, just a whole bunch of stuff. Peace out.